train. Thank you. There we go. Right, I got it. There we go. Right, fastest calendar day ever. It's gonna be late for work. Is that nice? Do you like it? It's a tassel. Would you like some help?
Yeah.
There you go, then you put on. Very good job. Right then, we're on day 11. We're speeding through.
Oh.
What's in there? You get it. You gotta be a bit more butch. It's an angel. Ah. Right, babes. You can take it to Nanny's. Here you go. Gorgeous. Right. Chocolate one. Budge up, budge up. Crack in there, babe. Ooh. Pick up the pace, darling. We're not going to work. We're late. Would you like some help?
Yeah.
Please. Ellie, please. Can you say please?
Go.
Ellie, can you say please?
Go.
Ellie, look at Mummy. Say please.
Okay.
Good girl. Here you go. Good morning and welcome to Vlogmas day 11. I have had a rough start to the day. Ellie came in our bed last night. That is not supposed to happen. A few weeks ago, the rule was made. It doesn't happen anymore. If we're up all night settling her in her bed, that's tough. We're doing it. But yeah, last night I slept like the dead, and Chris brought her in at like 3. And his justification was that he thought it was like 6. He hadn't looked at his phone. It's not an excuse. But whatever. Stand now. So I'm knackered because the sleeper did have, once she came, like, the sleeper had when she came into our bed was really broken and awful because she likes to get right up close to me and like stick elbows in, etc. But my alarm didn't go off, or I didn't hear it and must have turned it off in my sleep, which is more likely, I suppose. So I was not up until Chris woke me up at like 7:30, and I need to leave the house at like 7:40 to be at work on time on a Tuesday, or on a normal Tuesday. So we ran out the door like crazy people, but she, as we were going past the living room, went, Calendar, which I think is calendar, and ran over and picked up her chocolate calendar and tried to pick up her Happy Land calendar, and then started pointing at the train. And I was like, oh, I can't leave the house without doing it. We've done it for the last 10 days. So we did the calendar before we left, which made us a little bit later, but there we go. I have whizzed to work, dropped her off at Nanny's, whizzed to work, and I have 2 minutes left in my car before I really have to go in. But I brought my advent calendar because I thought, well, if she's getting hers, I want mine. So I brought it with me to do in the car. I don't even have time to set my little tripod up so that I can use 2 hands. Ooh. I didn't get my chocolate calendar this morning because I was running out the door so fast, but there's a chocolate in my calendar today, so I'll have that later. Thank you so much. And my gorgeous yarn for today is so beautiful. These are so, I mean, I say my colours, but I do really love all colours, but I love greens and blues, and these are so gorgeous, so speckledy in here. Look. Oh, look at that bit. So gorgeous mini from today. Thank you so much, Jane. My yarn is from Family Tree Yarns and I love it. I actually haven't wound up my mini from yesterday, just because between ripping out the stripe in my mitten and then putting in my fingerless mitt and then putting it back in, and I just didn't get a chance to wind it up because I didn't use it. So I might do that tonight, wind it up and put it in, and then might wind this one up. This one so like reminds me of like under the sea sort of colours. I might even wind this up in my break if I'm bored, because I didn't bring my stuff to make Ellie's pom-pom for tomorrow's ornament, which is fine because I finish work at 5:30, but I could do this in my lunch break. Yay! Anyway, I'll see you guys later. I am just in from work and Ellie is asleep fell asleep on the way back from Nanny's house. So I am taking a bit of time while she sleeps, and I'm trying the Wittard's white hot chocolate, which my friends say is absolutely amazing. You add more milk to it. I have, sacrilege, done my milk in the microwave because we don't have a milk pan, and I always spill it if I try and pour it out of the saucepan, and I wanted it quickly. So I think I'm going to invest in a milk pan because I don't drink coffee and I don't drink tea, and I really want to. I'm still trying lots of teas. I still have a lot to try. But hot chocolate is my absolute favourite, and the luxury like milk hot chocolate that I tried out of this set the other day was amazing. So I really wanted to try. That was the one I tried the other day, and then I'm trying the middle one today. And Chris tried the salted caramel the other day and he loved it. So I'll see if this is as amazing as everyone keeps saying. Hi, so Ellie's next to me. She fell asleep. I've changed her pyjamas. She barely woke up. Changed her into her pyjamas and she barely woke up. She's now just got like just open eyes and she's drinking some milk out of her bottle. I am drinking my Wittard's white hot chocolate, and it is the tastiest thing I have ever drunk. Ever. It's better than the normal hot chocolate, which is ridiculous because I loved it and I really like milk hot chocolate, but this white hot chocolate, best thing I've ever tasted. And I know I haven't tried the salted caramel yet, but this one is going to be the best one. And I'm about to wind up yesterday's mini from my advent calendar. I left it at home today and didn't wind it up yesterday morning, didn't have time to do it. So I'm going to wind it up and put it into my mitts. And then this one is today's mini, which I wound up on my dinner break because I did have it with me. I will put both of those into these mitts tonight, hopefully, and then tomorrow is day 12. And I will put the last stripe and finish off this pair of mitts. And when I do that, that will be my sort of second testing of this pattern myself, and I then think I'll be ready to see if anyone wants to test it for me. I've had a couple of offers, so that's brilliant. So I'm going to do that, put this little munchkin to bed in a little while. We're just staying up a little bit longer because it's not even 6:30, so it's very early for her to go to bed, and she's just laying there with her milk having a little doze. So we'll see if she's still up when Daddy comes home, but if he doesn't get back before she goes to bed, that's life. We can't always keep her up. So I'm going to sit here and drink my hot chocolate and chill out and wind some yarn, and I'm watching Skeynanigans Vlogmas at the moment. Yeah, see you in a bit. So we are having an awful night. It is 20 to 11. Chris's sister and her partner came round to give us our replacement wedding present, and Ellie woke up and she hasn't gone back to sleep. She just is refusing to go back to sleep. So me and Chris are sort of taking it in turns up there, sitting with her, because if we leave her alone and try and get her to just go to sleep by leaving her alone, she will scream and scream and scream till she starts to cough, and then she'll make herself sick. So we are pulling out all the tricks in the book we can think of. I did knit for a little while I was sitting next to her cot earlier. None of what I did worked, but I have finished now yesterday's and today's stripes on my advent mitts, which means there is only one stripe and the thumb, which I think I'm going to do in this colour, not in the last colour. One stripe and the thumb, and this 12 stripe pair of advent mitts that have taken less than 5 grams of each colour will be done, which is fun, yay. And so tomorrow I'll finish them. Don't know if you can hear her crying. Tomorrow I will finish them and finish up the pattern, so I'm really chuffed. So I am now about to take my knitting back upstairs for another shift of playing the game Let's Get Baby to Sleep. But I am taking with me my northeasterly blanket, which is here, and I'm getting quite close to the top of where I finished my first stripe. So I'm thinking, rather than starting another one, I was considering adding onto the first strip, putting this onto waist yarn and adding onto the first strip. We'll see. I'm still thinking about it. And I'll sign off for now. I'm sorry it's been a rubbishy, boring day. Hopefully the rest of the week will be a bit better because I'm now not back in. It's Tuesday today and I'm not back into work until Monday. So we'll hopefully have lots of fun and I'll be able to share it with you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much if you have watched this incredibly boring Vlogmas Day 11.